women, when in love, can act a little bit confusing because on one hand side, we want to show you that we like you. We want to engage in a relationship. We want to get to know you better. But at the same time, or on the other hand side, based on some criteria or norms or rules set by the society, friends, maybe the community that we live in, we have to be either more distant or not show so much, and because we don't understand what exactly to do, some women start to play hard to get. In this video, I already talked about the reasons behind or why women play hard to get, although they like you. And in this video, I talked about the signs or how to see that a girl actually likes you or a woman is into you, but she is playing hard to get. And today I thought it's time to tell you what next. What is the next step, or what can you do? How can you react when you see that a woman shows clear signs that she likes you and clear signs that she's playing hard to get? Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to you too. My name is Luminita, and over here I'm doing kind of the Google translation work from women's language, women's behavior, women's intention into some straightforward and clear text and video. See if you're interested to know more about dating and relationships for you guys, but from a girl's perspective or a woman's perspective. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and let's get straight to the point. And the very first thing that I recommend you to do when you notice that a woman is clearly simply playing hard to get is to not engage in this game. If she's sending you mixed signals or she's hot and cold with you, don't do the same. Don't send her mixed signals as well. Don't be hot or cold with her as well. I know that in one of my videos I was telling you about reverse psychology and the benefits of it in these kind of situations. And yes, for some women it might work. Some women might really understand that what they're doing is confusing because what you are doing to them is confusing. But some women, I think the majority or many women might not really get it. And not because they are bad or stupid, but because if they started to play hard to get because they want to see that you're stable, because they want to test your intention, then not being stable, showing that you are playing some games as well, might have the opposite effect of what she's trying to do and what you're trying to do. So all these hard to games are confusing to start with. And if you reinforce it, if you engage in it, if you also play this hard to get game, then you may end up in a situation in which you don't understand anymore what wants what, who wants whom, and maybe you could have been a great couple, but because you both decided to play these games, you'll end up not being together or being in a very weird, confusing relationship. The second tip or the second step is to understand her motives. Why is she playing hard to get, although you can see, or maybe she even told you that she likes you? As I mentioned before, I have an extensive video about it. I will leave you the link to it over here and in the description box below. And you can watch it to prepare for your discussion. Because yes, you will find out why she's doing what she's doing while talking to her, while being direct, while confronting her on this topic. And I know it can be pretty scary, and maybe some of you will tell me, well, thank you, Luminita, for such a great tip to just talk to her, as if I didn't know that. I wanted something else. But to be honest, if you don't engage in the game, you need some clarity. And it is better for you, believe me, in a long term, it is much better for you to maybe get the courage, act cool, and talk to her and get things clear and understand her motives. It is much better to do this, to go this way, rather than engage in some games, avoid the confrontation, try to observe things, but then end up in a more confusing situation. You didn't confront, but you're still confused. That's why for this step, I recommend you to first watch my video to understand what kind of reasons she might have, or what are the phrases that might mean different reasons. And then set up a date. either go on a walk or pick her up with your car and have an extensive drive, or decide to meet at a certain place, I just recommend you to think of a place that that's not so noisy, where you can talk, where you can hear each other, where you can have an intimate space in which you can be honest with each other. And you watch a video, you set up a date and a time, you meet, and your goal over there at this meeting is to set up things straight. You want to know why exactly she's acting the way she is. If you understand that her motive of playing hard to get is playing because she's bored, because she wants some spice in her life, then be respectful and say that this is not what your intention is, this is not what you want. Tell her thank you and bye, and not try to desperately tell her that yes, but I want to prove you, yes, but whatever. If her intention is to play, if her intention is just to flirt, to gain some experience, to have some fun, then this is not your story. Say respectfully, thank you, bye, and then try to find another girl or leave your life. However, if there is a different reason behind, maybe she got some bad experiences in her past relationships and now she's testing you, or maybe her mom told her that she needs to be a little bit more distant, or maybe her best friend recommended her to do this. If there is a substantial reason behind, maybe it can sound silly to you, but if there is a substantial reason behind not just playing, then we can move to the third step. And in this step, my third tip to you is to clearly state your position. So first, you didn't engage in any games, so in a way you already showed her that you are not here to play any games. You have some pretty serious intentions. Second, you tried to understand her motives, and now you want to tell her straight what you want from her and what your expectations are from this conversation. So if in the course of the second step you realize that her real motive of playing hard to get is because she was not sure if you like her as well or like her back, then you can state your position that, you know what, I like you, and I want to tell you this straight and very clear. I like you. I think you are very beautiful, attractive, smart, interesting, funny, and I want to be straightforward with you and tell you that I would like to be in a relationship with you. Or the reason behind her behavior is her best friend that recommended her to do this. You can also say very clear your intentions that I like you, I would like to be in a relationship with you, but I feel a little bit uncomfortable with the fact that you are blindly following her advice, or just because she had some kind of experiences with other men, it doesn't mean that I'm the same and you should take the same approach. Or if she was testing your reaction to the word no or rejection, then you can tell her that you don't know if you pass the test or not. It is for her to decide, but you would like to know the results now because you have your serious intentions, and if she doesn't have the same feelings for you, or if the feelings are not mutual, then you would like to respectfully tell her thank you, bye, and move on. What you shouldn't do by any means in these kind of situations is beg her, try to debate with her, try to argue, or try to ask her for a second, third, fifth chance. Because no matter what her reason is, if you are desperate or you look desperate, that will show her that you are weak and easy to manipulate in the future. As a little wrap up, if you see and know that a girl likes you, but she's simply playing hard to get, then first of all, don't engage in these games. Don't reinforce her behavior. Second, understand her motives. Is she playing hard to get just because she wants to play hard to get? Or is there a reason behind it, a real reason behind it? And third, state your position. Tell her what you want. Tell her what you feel. Tell her what you think. Because this way she will know that you're straightforward and this is what you want. And then you two can decide if it is the moment or it is favorable for you to be in a relationship, or you understand that in the reality this will not work out. Now, if you have some weird situations or questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I will either answer you straight there, or I will make a video about your situation anonymously, of course, so that more people can profit out of my pieces of advice and tips. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and since you're there, click on the subscribe and the bell button to get notified every single time when I post something new. I do this now daily. Sometimes I post videos, sometimes some polls, sometimes just some statements. So if you don't want to miss it out, click on the subscribe and the bell button. But up until then, I want to thank you very, very much for watching, and see you next time with new tips, tricks, signs, reasons, and so on and so forth. Bye.